do some Minecraft. Oh god. Don't know why I have that song stuck in my head. Where is my Minecraft? Hello, Minecraft. Where is it? Where is my Minecraft? It says it's open. Well, technically. Yeah, no, don't. Ah, there it is. Island, jeez. Mojang Studios. Alright. Yes, Minecraft. Okay, because we're testing lighting, I'm going to switch my shaders. Maybe off. I did add this shader pack though, but it probably... Oh, that's not working. Okay, good to know. Don't use that. Okay. That in the back of my head somewhere. Damn, this is an old shader pack, isn't it? I know that these have been around for a hell of a long time, but I've downloaded an old version or something. So a bit later. Alright, well, today I am gonna test an idea I had to replace all these lights. Because I don't like them very much, and I don't really want to place lava right now. So I got reminded that glow lichen exists because it's not something. Oh, I actually need all my tools. It's not something I've used ever actually. I don't know. I just forgot about it. My bow, the steel. So I was thinking, I know glow lichen doesn't put off like a ton of light, so it might not even work. But I think it needs to be above 11. I don't know. The spawning in the Nether sucks. Like, oh right, I need to change that button. It's it requires a really high amount of light for seemingly no reason. So it's 11. It's above 11 is what is required. And thinking about it, glow lichen may only give off 7 light. I feel like it does. I feel like 7's the number in my head. Maybe completely wrong though. Where would we have glow lichen? I don't think any of my server mates have used glow lichen for anything. Maybe a farm? No, because the only glow lichen based farm I can think of, there's a better version of. And I don't even think we have a slime farm. I don't know if we do. Glowberries, no, I'll leave that one in the back of my head. Ugh, so many, we really need an automated storage system, we just don't have one. Because, you know, why would you have an automated storage system when you can just open up chests endlessly? There's definitely a good chance that we just have 0 glow lichen anywhere. Looking like it. So I can raid some chests of other server members. I guess I can look at my own chests, but I'd assume I don't have any. I don't remember ever picking any up. Let's check. Items. Picked up. God, there are a lot of items. Let's see. Yeah, I've not picked up a single glow lichen. I've only broken one. Although, to be fair, those stats are technically not accurate. So there might be some somewhere. Oh, I also need a bunch of red... I just need a bunch of nether wart blocks, don't I? God, the amount of Among Us's around the server, and this one's built wrong even. One of my friends, whenever he built them, he always put the legs backwards. So they're supposed to look like this, but he builds them like that. So it's always super obvious which ones he built. He doesn't like to admit it, but it's true. Speaking of, I'm going to rifle through his chest. That's a good one. Oh. I don't think I've ever heard that one before. I think I found maybe like 2 goat horns. Wood. Dies. See, like, he labeled our group chests, but not his own chests. Oh god, we have a lot more iron. Oh fuck. Okay. Oh Jesus. I didn't think we were like low on iron or coal. We had a wither skeleton farm back in Bedrock Edition, but we haven't gotten... Well, we only have one guy who builds farms. And I'm standing in his house right now. And you know, I gave him the tip when he first built this place that he has too many torches, but he clearly didn't listen. Not many bone blocks. Jesus, a lot of dragon heads. A lot of wither skeleton. Holy shit! What the fuck? These come from? Well, probably the wither skeleton farm, but it's yikes. Imagine only having 1 ghast's head instead of like 12,000. God, I have so many ghast heads. It's a problem. That's a lot of cod. Man, farms are crazy. Yep, no glow lichen. I don't even know if he has any other storage rooms. Ooh. I might be stealing some of that. I mean, not stealing, it's, no, I'm just gonna steal it. God, we still have so much spruce wood, and that spruce wood farm hasn't worked in, like, a year. We even lost it. Like, it just kind of, like, disappeared. Like, none of us remembered where it was. Until I randomly came across it exploring. So why does he have a hole in his roof? Oh, maybe beacons. These are all slabs, so the beacon could go through them. Oh, it's there. This is I think the last place I ever saw when I was, before we switched over to Java for Bedrock. It's Seriously, how is there no glow lichen anywhere on the server? Like, it's not. Oh, not exactly rare. I just don't think any of us care. Yeah, I guess I can check my mine shaft. There won't be any in there because I never really use it as a mine shaft. Mostly decorative. Like most things. Well, most things I build. Like originally these are supposed to be for horses, but then I started breeding shitloads of sniffers, and the horses got relegated to pens. I kind of feel bad. They also kept escaping. Like they kept trying to drown themselves in the lake, which is impossible because they're already dead. But they kept trying anyway. I recently saw a great decoration thing where you could like stack the pots on top of each other to make like 3/4 block pillars. It's great. If these weren't so expensive, like because they're not quite a full block, so making a pillar out of them looks very nice. Okay, well, that was worthless. I guess I will check. So I could check that, but it won't have any. If none of us have any, you won't have any. Nope, just banners I failed making. The old villager trading hall. When we switched versions, every single entity in the world disappears. So we lost all of our villagers. And none of us particularly wanted to get them back. So we kind of haven't. Oh, look at that. I don't even know why I did that. Why did I do half of this? What's down here? Oh, creeper. A skeleton. Oh wait, skeleton. Shoot the creeper. Fuck, it's dead. I don't think I've ever actually gotten... Oh, you know what? I think I was looking for... like, deep slate... Oh, hey, the new bat! I forgot that they changed the bat texture. Ooh, diamonds. Okay, I need to find it. What the fuck was... Oh, yes, I was looking for deep slate coal ore. No particular reason. That's very key to know, is I had no reason to be looking for deep slate coal ore. I just wanted to. Because it's a cool block to have, I guess? I don't know. But I spent like 10 minutes just looking for deep slate coal ore. Are there any caves nearby here where I can get some glow lichen? That looks like an actual cave. Hey, it's an actual cave. Oh, there's glow lichen. Whoops, just double switched. Okay. Okay, you need shears. Got it. Oh boy. I wonder if it's probably faster to just mine some. Oh, that is the wrong pickaxe. Everything's falling apart. Everything's terrible. Oh, 3? Oh god, what is fortune even worth? A lot. I've been watching. Fuck, there's no wood. Damn it! I always had crafting tables on me. What happened to them? Okay. Well, this has been a huge failure. I'm actually like impressed with how terribly that went. I don't think I ever would have expected it to go quite that terribly. Like if I had told myself earlier, yeah, this expedition's gonna go so bad that like you're gonna remember it forever. It was gonna be like, no, be that bad. Okay, iron. Just need shears. And of course, all of this could literally lead to nothing. I could learn that actually glow lichen doesn't even produce the amount of light I would need no matter what. And I'm assuming we're gonna find that out next time I find a piece of glow lichen. God, where do these keep coming from? Jesus Christ! Where do these keep coming from? Ugh. And zombie villager. And zombie more creepers? Is it because everywhere else in the server is spawn proof? Actually could be it. Oh god. Oh my god, another creeper. Oh, oh, there's some glow lichen. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, my God. This is going terribly. Why were there so many holes in a row? Hey, I've been here before. Which is not a huge surprise. Okay. Oh, finally, glow lichen. Yay, I got one piece of glow lichen. Okay, now. So I'll check what kind of light levels this thing outputs. Not enough. Good. This was a huge waste of time. Well, I guess I've got a glow lichen now. It's not like the worst. The hell did I come from? All I remember is I fell down like 6 holes. So I've been all the way down here more than once. Hold on, I gotta. So yeah, it's some nice music. It's a great way to punctuate a complete failure of an expedition into the caverns. I mean, I got what I needed. It's just. Oh, there are 2 skeletons. Wow. Very impressive. Oh god, that's a creeper. Oh god, that's 2 creepers. Jesus. God, this place is a death trap. Like, I know like, the difficulty here is, like, crazy. Oh, never mind. It doesn't even know the local difficulty. The game doesn't even know how hard it should make the game here. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, I've been... Well, I kind of use... I don't really listen to music on my computer when I'm working. Oh, wait, does this go to the original Mineshaft? Oh, wow. Because if I'm listening to music on my computer, I am far, far more likely to start watching videos on my computer, and that leads to me not being productive. So I usually use vinyl records, and well, I don't have any sound. Well, okay, I do have soundtrack. If you count the soundtrack to the Muppet movie, and also some random old Disney songs. Although I am getting a, I guess, soundtrack album soon. The greatest hits of the old gods of Asgard from Alan Wake 1, 2, and Control. So that'll be cool. I have heard that Persona's music is top notch. I don't remember any of it from Persona 4. But, alright, I need to think of other ways to light up my area. First, I can check the Netherwood farm. Oh, sweet. Man, every now and again, like, you have, like, a pencil or something, and you're like, man, it'd be so cool if this was a hidden blade. Because they're just awesome. Oh, like, there's such a... God, why do they choose jump boost? They're so over the top and unnecessary, but they're so cool. Did I keep... No, we don't have any. Any nether warp blocks? Oh, there's all that. So I can grab that. Oh god, server lag. Oh. I don't love the assassin outfit. Well, I guess it depends on which one. But the hidden blades are always super cool. I think that's why I always liked Black Flag, is because there's a lot of customization you can do. Well, there's some with the characters. So if you want Kenway to be wearing a stupid pirate outfit with like a hat with a giant feather and shit, you can. And he still just stabs people. You know, that's one of the things yeah, that was pretty good. It's definitely... It's not my favorite. I think its cut is a little weird, personally, but... Oh, yeah, that's... Well, yeah. No, that's the same with Black Flag. Like, I've got, like, no strong feelings either way about any of the outfits from Assassin's Creed 3. But Black Flag, I've got pretty strong opinions on most of them. Because it was the first one I played, so it's like, you know, I made my opinions then. Just kind of stick. One of the things I disliked about Odyssey, other than most of it, was that the backstab kills and stuff don't do anything really to most enemies, and that they don't have a hidden blade. They just, like, he just has a head of a spear, or I guess her, depending on what character you chose. And it's like, well, that's nowhere near as fun. Alright, well, that will give some bone meal to the farm. It kind of is. Apparently Mirage is supposed to be pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna play it. Assassin's Creed was always one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I don't know, I like it. It's a little bit simple, right? Heavy attack, you dodge. Medium attack, you just parry. Light attack, you break stance and then stab them. Like, it's all... Oh, come on, that's the one sheep I need. Yeah, I think they did. And especially now that the pirate game is out. What is it called? Bones or whatever. Skull and Bones. It's like, okay, Ubisoft, you know, like, you have this one chance. You made the best boat game anyone's ever made. You did it. Years ago, you made the pirate ship game everyone loves. And they fuck it up. And in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they're like, okay, we're gonna do that ship combat thing again. And then they completely fuck up the ship combat, and it just feels terrible, and it sucks. And it's like, guys, you did this like a decade ago. Why can't you do it now? What changed? So, you know, that's just kind of the story of Ubisoft, isn't it? Is it's having these franchises and games that everyone's like, yeah, these are like some of the best in the industry, and then like years later they're like, okay, we're going back to this idea, and then they just completely screw it up somehow. It's like, guys, you literally have one job. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think because their environment building in later games definitely changed. Like the way they built the whole thing, the way the world feels, it's a lot more, I guess, story heavy. Like, oh, yeah, they always had a lot of NPCs. Like if I think of like Havana from Black Flag, there are just people everywhere. Graphics were usually pretty consistent. Oh my god, I forgot NPCs don't work very well in this server. In this way. Yeah, I mean it's a fine line between like an area in a game having like a good amount of life to it and being overwhelming, and I think because a lot of their games have been the average multiplayer live service, they probably just don't remember how to make good environments anymore, because in a large scale multiplayer game you don't have to. So they were probably thinking of their modern games of more of a, yeah, we don't really need this because our players don't care anymore. You know, as long as like the story's good or whatever. It's like, yeah, the story is cool, but story is, oh, the carpet dancing too. Jeez, this whole farm's gone to shit. Um, Whoa, okay. Oh, you know what? I have seen that ability. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense. Given that the Animus can recreate entire cities with little to no effort, I feel like someone moving faster than, like, any normal speed, it really shouldn't affect it very much. It should just be like, yep, cool. I can generate a perfectly detailed recreation of entire cities and people from one person's genetic code. I can rebuild all of it. But you know what? You're moving too fast, so I guess you'll just destroy these motherfuckers. Oh, this sheep's missing too. Damn, what happened to this farm? I know one time I got struck by lightning. Let's see, blue. What happened to these three? I remember replacing all of these sheep. Like, I replaced them. Oh, wait, no, maybe I replaced them all and then it got struck by lightning. 1, 2. I need 3 sheep. So many games have been getting, like, reboots and stuff. Like, I mean, the entire 3 of the Resident Evil games or something have been redone now. Huh. But if you desynchronize in the Animus, you just die. So, all right, whatever. I don't think Ubisoft's given a shit about their stories for a long time. I think at some point, like every AAA studio, they forgot to separate the accountants from the story developers, and now they're like the exact same people. And it's like, guys, yeah, it's definitely, yeah. I mean, there's a reason that 2 of the most famous games of all time were made in like 18 months. Yeah, I remember I got Black Flag because it was like the 15th anniversary of Assassin's Creed, so they were giving it out for free. I remember playing it and being like, man, this story and these characters and this world, these are all fucking awesome. I love all of this. And then when I started Odyssey, like, I don't even remember if there are like out of Animus sections in Odyssey. I can't remember any, at least. And it's like, yeah, no one loved the out of Animus sections, but like, they were cool. Like, they may not have been the most interesting gameplay, but they were cool. They really helped build that story of like what Abstergo is doing, and like the people, like how it's just, they're like, yeah, we're making movies and video games. Haha, ha, yup. I don't know. I mean, Edward definitely had an interesting life. I mean, I think they only made 4 because 3, well, obviously they only made 4 because 3 did so well. But I think because like 3, like you're playing as the son of Edward Kenway for the first like 10 minutes of 3. Even though I spent like, when I first started playing Assassin's Creed 3, I spent like an hour just endlessly murdering British troops for no particular reason. Like I like, just as like, I guess like a challenge to myself almost, I would anger a bunch of them, start killing them, stealing their muskets, and then killing them with their own muskets. I don't know why, but I did. And then when it switched characters, I was like, oh, I guess all of that was for nothing. So, but yeah, I've replayed Black Flag a few times. Because I played on my PC, and then I had to factory reset it for a bunch of reasons. Yeah, I didn't even like, I knew so little about Assassin's Creed 3. I just kind of like went with it, and then everything just turned out, and then I never finished it. But it was on my Switch, and I kind of just stopped using my Switch. So that's the main reason. But yeah, I've played Black Flag fully once, and then I started replaying it because I got it on Switch, finished it there, so I did like all the DLCs and everything, and that was really cool. I enjoyed that. And then not like a year ago, I think I started replaying it, and I like super hyper focused on doing Templar assassinations. I don't have any particular reason why. I just wanted the Templar armor, I guess, because in my Switch playthrough I had gone for the Mayan armor, which was cool, but it felt very cheesy to have. Oh, that's oh fuck! That music video, sometimes it just like comes up, lives rent free in my head at all times. Yeah, that's, yeah, like why am I playing as some like old British dude instead of the dude I'm supposed to be playing as? What's going on? Yeah, I didn't even know that much, because Assassin's Creed was always something like I never really played. It was mostly just let's see. I don't think things can spawn in these blocks. I guess we'll see. Yeah, so it was like something I got for free. My brother was like, "Hey, this game's for free," and I was like, "Okay." And then it just kind of spiraled into me really liking pirates. And I still do. Like, it's still a thing. I still like pirates a lot. I always try and find like ship combat games, but man, they just nailed it so well in Black Flag. I've never found something that does quite the same thing quite as well. So that's like one of the reasons, because I bought both Odyssey and Origins. I think they were in a bundle, and I was like, okay, which one should I play first? Oh, Odyssey is ship combat. I really like the ship combat. I'll do that. And then I start playing it, and I'm like, okay, really, guys? I think I have like 64 hours in Odyssey, and I feel like I've done nothing. God. They really just went for the, what if we make our games as long as possible? Like, Assassin's Creed, like, Black Flag is like 5 or 6 hours if you ignore side content. Like, it does not take very long. I was doing mostly main story content, and I still have 60 hours and was probably like half of the way through the story. I also appreciate that in Black Flag, side content is side content. Like, you don't have to do it. Whereas in Odyssey, it's like, oh, you're too low level for this, which means if you enter this mission, you're gonna get your shit stomped. Like you will just get slammed into the floor. Whereas in Black Flag, it's like, yeah, I don't know, for ship combat sections, you may not do well, but as long as you're smart with it, you'll be fine. It's like, take out the smaller ships while peppering the large ships, heal yourself using the smaller ships. There's strategies around it. But, you know, when they're going for that, like, RPG kind of, like, yeah. Didn't turn out very well. I know everyone ever doesn't really like those games as much. I think people liked Origins more because it was a new thing. And Assassin's Creed had been incredibly stagnant for a long time. So, you know, having something new was like, yeah, finally, like, Assassin's Creed is going in a different direction. And then afterwards, everyone's like, God, just change direction. Oh, yeah, and the fact that, like, the ship changes how it looks. Like, it isn't just like, okay, your armor's better. It's like, no, you can physically see that, like, the ship is in better condition after you upgrade it. Oh, it's great. That, and, like, you don't have to upgrade it. You can, you should. But the fact that it's like, okay, you can upgrade anything on this ship. Like, the amount of crew, the amount of mortars you have, if you have mortars, chain shots, grape shots, like, there's just so much upgradability, and it all helps. None of it's like, you get a 3% boost in firing speed. It's like, no, fuck you, you get 12 more cannons, have fun. It's like, oh, fuck yeah. Oh, you know what, I think this is actually really good. I think it's a more bold colored difference, although I might sprinkle Netherrack in around the edges. Oh, I loved the hunting, yeah. I remember the first time I beat a white whale, and I was like, oh, yes! I've accomplished something. I have done something cool. Yeah, those were a lot of fun. And it's like, it's that stuff, yeah. There's a bunch of side content. The fact that you could, like, craft gun holsters, so you could end up with 4 guns. And you could just be like, yeah, no enemy can do anything to me because I have 4 guns. I have so many guns that it no longer matters how much ammo I use up. I can just destroy everyone. It's great. Make sure none of these are spawnable. Okay. That one might be. Yeah, a lot of great side content. Really something they missed out on in later games. I feel like side content kind of stopped existing in Assassin's Creed games. Well, like side content like that. Like, I really liked the Templar hunts and similar ideas because it's like, it was great. It was like, okay, you don't have to do these. If you do, you'll get a cool item. There's like the Mayan things as well. So much just great, interesting side content that you can just completely ignore. Oh, this one's too dark. Great stuff. Really, God damn it, there's a fucking ghast inside my church. Get out. Get out of my, well, it's actually a throne room, but. Jeez. Don't even know when to, what's good for them. If they stayed out of my buildings, they wouldn't die so often. Yeah. I really love Black Flag. And you know what? All the DLCs were pretty good. Like, none of them were like awe-inspiring, but none of them were like, I didn't play any of them and was like, oh, that was kind of lame. I didn't really feel like I got anything out of that. It was always like, yeah, you know what? That was cool. I liked that. So that's good. Like, and the fact that you didn't really get anything like overpowered from the DLC. You got some fun outfits, just like new areas to play in. It was all great. I think that was probably like the peak of it, where it's like, yeah, the DLCs are nice. You really don't need them. Whereas now, like when I was playing Odyssey, it was like, hey, do you want your fucking Roman character or whatever? Do you want your character in this 2,000 year like this thing that happened like almost prehistoric? Do you want your dude to look like a modern GI? No? Weird. Oh, I loved the fort battles. A lot of fun. I never really collected a whole lot of shanties. I usually got like the few I liked and then moved on, but I was usually like doing something if I was in towns. So I mostly left shanties as they were. But the ones I did grab, I appreciated. And I actually listen to some of them pretty often. Like I have them in like Spotify playlists because they're well done. They're really well made shanties. Okay. I probably yeah, that kind of breaks up the pathway, makes that look a little bit better. Yeah, just and there's like hunting all the boars. There's getting all the treasure chests, like all the secret treasure chests. All the treasure maps, I fucking love the treasure maps. Those were awesome. The fact that like you had to look at it and you had to like remember locations on the map. Like I saw one and I was immediately like, I know that one. And there were a few of those that's like, because some areas of the map were like so unique, you could be like, yes, I know exactly where that map, I know like where that's pointing. It's great. I couldn't do that in Odyssey. That map's fucking the size of Greece. Not possible. Like it's like every island was so unique, and the fact, okay, the boss ships on the corners of the map, all of those were cool fights. I really enjoyed all of those fights. Like you'd go in and you'd be like, okay, what am I looking at? And then it's two giant men of war, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna die horrifically here. And then you kind of like, because like you like drive through them and they both blast you from both sides, and you're like, ah, I see. And then you have to, I think the Flying Dutchman's one of them. God, it's been a long time. So much interesting, unique content. And for pretty cheap, from what I remember. I don't remember how expensive it was. I don't really like Ubisoft. I never really did. But Modern Assassin's Creed didn't help. But I don't know. They were always a studio I looked at and was like, yeah, I'm fine with this studio. They were always the most aggressive about marketing and... Oh right, I can just make it out of this stuff, can't I? Alright, time to harvest the nether wart. I've been growing this shit for like months. Never collected it. Oh, Assassin's Creed. It had such a large cultural impact like many years ago, and I don't think it does anymore. I don't think anyone really talks about it. I think it's just like, it's one of those things where like a new Assassin's Creed game's coming out, and everyone's like, oh boy, let's see what this one's like. Let's see if there's another Valhalla where it's like, yeah, it's Assassin's Creed in name only. Everything else is completely different, and also, why would the Vikings be assassins? Like, that doesn't really scan. kind of had their own whole deep cultural things going on. I think it also, it's a kind of story oh wow, that's a lot of another word. Okay. It's a kind of story I really like. I've always liked the, like, oh, huge evil corporation who has like magic and shit. I always like those. Those are fun. So it was a story I enjoyed, gameplay I enjoyed, because it's always simple. You know, you never went into Assassin's Creed being like, I'm gonna try and feel mentally challenged while playing this game. You're like, no, it's Assassin's Creed. You go in, you're gonna beat the shit out of everyone because you have, like, effectively infinite health, and your enemies don't, because they're humans. So there's that. The one thing I will say negative about Black Flag is the section where you're sneaking into the assassin headquarters sucks ass. I dislike that section. But then again, I never really liked the, like, full stealth sections. Mostly because I was really bad at them. And also when I was originally playing, my laptop would play at a maximum of like 20 frames a second probably. So that made that section a lot harder, and it made me really annoyed. And I actually, when I had to reset my computer because there wasn't really cloud saving, I had to like restart, and when I got that area locked me. I could not get past that section where you had to sneak in. I couldn't. So many crimson roots. Hey, you know what? DS is still one of the best handheld consoles, so... I mean, I have two DSs. I've got a DSi and a 3DS. An old one. If you've never tried it, playing Pokemon Ultra Moon on an original hardware 3DS during double battles, frame rate. You really understand the limits of the hardware when you're playing it on the wrong generation of 3DS. I also bought my 3DS specifically to play, oh, it's a shame. I bought my 3DS specifically to play Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. That's the only reason I bought it. Like, I bought it because I had played that at a friend's house, and I was like, this game's fucking awesome. And I remember, like, beating some of the bosses, and it was like I was beating the Clock Tower boss, and I was maybe like 12 or something, and I beat it, and I was like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. Holy shit, I finally beat it. 3DS XL, nice, nice. Got it for free. That's always the best. Oh, get out of here. Well, yeah, I think a lot of people started getting rid of them. I mean, given that the 3DS's library isn't the greatest on Earth. It's not bad. But there are better libraries, especially now that the Switch exists, and I mean there's like every game you could ever want ever on the Switch. But there's something so classic about the 3DS. Okay, do I have... Ow. No, I used all my nether warp blocks. Get out of here. Bro, why are there so many zombies? This place is crazy. Sometimes mob AI don't even know I'm here. They just forget I exist. And then sometimes they're locked in. They are just coming over to my position, and they're like, yep, yeah, nope, you're gonna be destroyed. I think... Where is my item filter? Still around? There it is. I think I'll actually switch this with that for now. And grab me some red nether wart block. Because I need some. I don't remember how to use this farm. I specifically bought, like, they were probably cheaper 3DSs than the one I bought, but I bought my 3DS so it matched my original DS. So they're both like the aqua blue that was only a launch edition thing, because that's just the one I had. So I was like, yeah, of course I'm gonna have matching DSs. That's cool. So I have matching DSs, and I still think they're cool, even though I don't know, they've probably both been sitting uncharged for the last, like, I don't know, 2 years or something. Like, I have little to no reason to use my 3DSs, my 3DS or my regular DS. I have no. Okay, one time I did try to go back and play Pokemon Black? Pokemon Black or White, one of the two. And it I did not do very well. That is a very tough game. How I ever even got as far as I did, I will never know. Like, when I was a kid, I would get, like, surprisingly far in those games, and now I'm like, how did I do that? Was I some kind of, like, wizard or something? Like, I can't get anywhere in those games for the life of me. Oh, that's the wrong color. That's my problem. Ugh, these farms. Oh, yeah, you know, having grown up with a lot of people who had, like, really strong opinions on Pokemon, I never really did. Like, a lot of my friends did. Oh, that's my problem. So I was always... The people were always fighting over Mega Evolutions, but I always liked them. I think they look cool. But I did appreciate how they replaced them in, I think they replaced both. That should be fine. I like the Z moves. I think they're pretty cool. Also, Alola brought in my favorite Pokemon of all time, so there goes that. I'll have to fish that out of the system. So, I mean, the generation that gave us Mimikyu is the best generation, so no contest. It's just the best generation. Anyone who doesn't think that is lying to themselves. But I really enjoyed Ultra Moon. I also got it for free from a friend, because he for some reason had a copy of both Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and somehow realized he did not need both a copy of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So he gave me his copy of Moon, which is good, because I much prefer that legendary over Sun's legendary. So, you know, good stuff. Stuff all around. Although Ultra Moon was the first time when I was kind of like, man, these games are a lot easier than I remember. Oh, I love Mimikyu. At one point I got a plush of Mimikyu that they released during, like, it was like a spring plushie, I think. Oh god, where are these coming from? And so he's got an amazing top hat and monocle, and it's like one of my favorite plushies of all time, because it's Mimikyu with a top hat and a monocle. What is happening? Where are these coming from? I didn't think there was anything in there. What the fuck? Shit's going wild. I don't even know what's happening anymore. He's actually also the reason I have any Pokemon cards at all. was because I saw some cool Mimikyu cards, and I was like, you know what, maybe I'll get a few Pokemon trading cards. And so there's only one card set that I have every single card from. It's also the only card set I have any cards from, and it was the first Halloween set. I was like, you know what? There's probably a bunch of Mimikyu cards in here, and so I got a few bags of it, and I have all the cards from that set, and so I've got a bunch of Mimikyu cards, and they're awesome. Great Pokemon. Definitely one of the creepier ones. Like, his story's creepy as fuck. And the segment where you find him in Sun and Moon, where it's like the creepy ass abandoned supermarket, and you're like walking through and weird creepy shit keeps happening. Oh, it's great. That real quick. Did not work. So I actually have in my wallet, I have a drawing of Mimikyu from one of my coworkers, because where I worked, we would have like 2 hours of downtime in between customers, and so we were chilling at the register, and there was plenty of receipt paper, so she started drawing, and I was like, can you do a drawing of Mimikyu? And I think I paid her $1 for it. So, you know, I help local artists, you know. Pretty cool. I don't really have anywhere else to put it. But it's like, Mimikyu is like the only Pokemon I've ever been like, yeah, I really like that Pokemon. Most every other Pokemon I've been like, I don't know, I don't really have a strong opinion about this Pokemon. But Mimikyu, I was like, yeah, I really like this Pokemon. I think just the idea of it, like, being a very small ghost who's like, I just want people to like me, and so pretends that it's Pikachu's great. And also, in Pokemon Sun and Moon, super overpowered. Holy shit. Like, its ability, Disguise, is so good. Because, like, you put it in, right, when you know, like, okay, this dude's going to use a Z move. You put him in, tanks the whole move, 0 damage, moves on. Amazing. Also, the only Pokemon I ever, like, shiny hunted, never got one. But I did attempt for quite a while to get one. Did not work. I did not have the luck. Ran around in circles for a long time. This is like super intense music for not doing anything. I feel like I should be going on some grand adventure, not standing here farming netherwood trees. Very poorly, if I might add. This farm does not like my mouse very much, and it's constant double right clicking. Why are you firing up? Oh, god damn it, stop double right clicking. Oh, okay, that's fair. Rayquaza's shiny is one of the best ones in the series. It's very good. That's fair. I don't think I've really played a game with Rayquaza where you can easily shiny hunt. I guess you can shiny hunt in Sword and Shield. It's just not easy. Yeah, man. You're just, like you're in international waters. You've got no internet connection. So the DS is like, oh man, I don't know what country they're in. So that means they're probably just on the moon or something. Should probably give them infinite luck. It's just that easy. If you need shinies, just be on a plane. I'm missing items. It's fine. Okay, that's plenty of wood. That's nice, and plenty of that. I've gotten a few shiny Pokemon. I had plenty of shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Go. But then, I don't know what happened, but I remember literally nothing about that Pokemon Go account. So it doesn't exist anymore. And I had like Farfetch'd and Taurus. Like I had like a lot of like country exclusives. I had like so many Ditto. Oh, I forgot. I don't have food. No, I've got food elsewhere. And I have one family member who like religiously plays Pokemon Go a lot. And she was like, "Oh, you know, I can give you some Pokemon." And I'm like, "No, I don't care enough anymore." Like she like if you could know life Pokemon Go, she does. But she also does it all while riding a golf cart, so it kind of like loses the whole point, which is pretty funny. Um, she's an interesting family member. Oh, that's supposed to be there. I have a strange family. Although she's one of the stranger members, so. Like I was doing some errand for my great aunt, I think, and I happened to pass her while she was riding her golf cart. Oh, Rayquaza is a great legendary. I don't know who I'd put my favorite legendary. That's tough. Lugia's cool. I don't love any of the legendary birds. Zekrom's really cool. Zekrom, what's his name? Necrozma, I think. Necrozma, whatever. From Pokemon Sun Moon is really cool. The Sword and Shield legendaries are super lame. Eternus is fine, actually. I like Eternus. But Eternus is almost ruined by his usage in the game, where it's like, yeah, was it Chairman Rose is like, yeah, man, we're gonna run out of power in literally 1,000 years. So I'm gonna ruin reality right now so that we have power then. Mewtwo is pretty basic. I think both of Mewtwo's Mega Evolutions are really cool, though. They're probably some of my favorite Mega Evolutions. Yeah, I don't know. Most legendaries, because I didn't play most of the games. Oh, what's his name? The giant centipede. It's like right there, but I can't think of it. The legendary from Pokemon X and Y, the weird worm-looking dude who turns into a Gundam. He's pretty cool. Well, I guess most of those are technically mythic Pokemon, which is I think they realized, man, these legendaries. Oh, Groudon and Kyogre are pretty cool too. I've always been partial to Dialga, because I mean a giant dinosaur who can control time is pretty awesome. So. Oh wait, is he space? Shit, I don't remember. I never actually played whichever games they were in originally, so it's mostly from modern games. I remember them. Like most of my legendaries. That's good. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, one of them is for water, and one of them is for lava. Those don't usually mesh very well. Most of my legendary knowledge is from the Ultra Wormhole from Pokemon Sun and Moon, and the Crown Tundra from Sword and Shield. Which, I mean, you know, I was fine with early Pokemon game stories. They weren't exactly inspiring, right? You didn't play Pokemon because you're like, oh man, I really love Pokemon story. But Sword and Shield story was just bad. Like, I felt like I never knew what was going on. Ever. Like, there's those two guys, Swordbird and Shield something. Maybe it's reversed. And it's like, okay, who the fuck are these guys, and why should I care? And they never really explain that. It's just like, oh, they're just like some royal pricks. And it's like, I don't care then. They can deal with their own fucking problems. Why am I some 12-year-old who just wants to battle captive animals. Why am I being pushed into this? Come on. I'm busy. Although I did really like Team Rainbow Rocket. I really like that storyline from Sun and Moon. That one was fun. Mostly because I got millions of dollars at the end of it, so you know, that was a plus. And also, you got to fight Giovanni again, so I think you did. Yeah, God, it's been a minute. I don't even know when I beat Sun and Moon. I tried Pokemon Legends Arceus at some point. Never finished it. Little disappointed. Like, having played things like Breath of the Wild, I know how amazing Switch hardware can make things look. And Legends Arceus just missed it. They just decided, what if we made everything look bad? Mostly because Game Freak has like 8 months to make every game, but whatever. Sounds like they should go on strike. Because that's the only way we're getting better Pokemon games. I do think Legends Arceus was a step in the right direction, but you know, Arceus is also cool. Definitely, I wouldn't put him in my favorites, but definitely cool. I mean, he's just God, so that's pretty cool. Be like, yeah, so who's your main battle Pokemon? Yeah, I literally used God. Level 100, literally just God. Also, I think they're doing too many variants in recent Pokemon games. I get it. There's like literally 1,000 Pokemon, but they've made that many. I think they could make more interesting, unique ones. I mean, some of the variants are pretty cool. The Galar Coughing is really cool. I like him a lot. Because it's more than just, hey, it's a purple thing that spews gas. It's a, look, it looks like a Texan industrialist who's also spewing toxic gas. It's like, oh, well, that one's more interesting. I think this path is better. I definitely have to be careful with it, but it should be fine. And you know, playing Pal World, because I did for a while, along with my friends, I don't think Pokemon should add guns. I don't think that would help anyone. It would be funny. Don't think it would be helpful. But I think it definitely showed that there's still a lot of interest in Pokemon-like games. I think they just need to change it up some. Because it was a lot of fun. It was like we're all just playing essentially Arc, but you know, Arc's a tried and true method. I could probably, yeah, pretty good. But I think Game Freak's just gotta step it up at some point. I mean, it's probably very tough to try and develop games under the crushing heel of Nintendo. But I mean, they've been doing it since what, like the 90s? I think they would have at some point gained more leverage, I guess, to try and be like, hey, Nintendo, you're crushing all of our souls every day. Maybe stop. I mean, if anyone, Nintendo should know that yearly installments aren't the way to go. They're just not it. I mean, they've been around long enough. They can see what it did to like Call of Duty, and what else was yearly installments? Pokemon and COD are kind of the big ones that I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe Halo was for a while? I don't think so. Um... I don't know, but they gotta do something. Man, I think if I went back to when I was making these paths and was like, hey, I'm gonna tear out all of this and redo it, I'd be like, what the fuck? No, you're not. Because this was not the most entertaining to do. But you know what? It didn't have to be done, but I did it anyway. Which is the story of most of the things I built. Like that barn. I could have just left that as a farm. And that house, which I should have just left as nothing. That house sucks. It's better with, somewhat better with windows. I just need to actually finish them. I decided recently that I was gonna play with shaders. I don't know why. I've always liked shaders. They're an interesting community addition to Minecraft. And also, I don't know, months ago, I saw a post on the subreddit for Minecraft. I was like, hey, I found these cool shaders. And I was like, oh, I like those shaders, so I got them. Let's see. These ones. Everything's all cool and old 3D. Great when I'm not trying to do things that take a lot of effort. Because, you know, kind of... Oh, I need to empty my inventory. We're going back to placing lava. I don't really want to redo all my paths right now. But I think it's a good start. Good progress, you know. I think it's a good change. I think it helps kind of brighten the whole area, because Netherrack's kind of washed out, but this is a lot brighter. I think it contrasts with this a lot more. And also, because it's not spawnable, I don't have to have lights all throughout my pathways. Which is pretty epic. I also have this texture pack, which I really like. It's really cool looking. But, you can't tell what anything is. Like, block variety becomes 0. So, you know, the difference between Netherrack and lava is that little strip right there. But it does mean I can see a lot, so you can like see the whole buildings, no distance fog. It's great. Shaders are really cool. You can see my whole clock tower. Changes how the screen looks. It's awesome. People put a lot of effort into these and get literally nothing out of it. Yay, communities. Food first. Yeah, I had it. Got 2 extra items. That or that or that. Cool. Now I can place lava. I recently, actually I just today finished watching No Country for Old Men. It was a movie I've been looking at for a while. I mean, it's super legendary. Oh, I need Netherrack. But I'd never seen it before. And then I was watching YouTube with some friends and realized that it's free on YouTube. And I was like, oh, I have no other reason to seek out and watch this film. But, you know, it's free, so I'll give it a shot. Really good movie. Very interesting ending. Most because I wasn't entirely sure what was happening. But it was pretty cool. I also recently watched Ready Player One, which I've seen many times. Well, I've seen it like 3 times. It was just as infuriating as I remembered. Release the lava. But you know, I had just read Ready Player One. I just read Ready Player Two. And so I was like, you know what? I'll give this movie I remember disliking a lot. I'll give it a second try. A second try. Still just still not awesome. I mean, it was a fine film. It was not the book. Not the book. Oh, you know what? At one point, this is completely off topic. There's a lot of Minecraft mods that are like, what if we put Pokemon into Minecraft? I've tried a few of them. They're mostly fine. They're kind of missing something. I probably couldn't put my finger on it, but they're pretty fun. I mean, they're usually just like, you have Pokemon, but they're in Minecraft, and there's like custom maps, sometimes servers. That's kind of it. There's not really a whole lot you can do with the concept of I put Pokemon into something it's not supposed to be in. Pretty fun though. I never really play a whole lot of modded Minecraft. I'm a sucker for the vanilla experience. Oh, that was really dangerous. But I played quite a few modded games here and there. Oh god, oh no, oh god, don't fly into the lava. I need to figure out how to light up my house as well. Because that's another one of those lighting solutions. That I need is how to light up my house. Because it has the same problem as everywhere else. I need it to be super bright at all times, but I don't want it to look bad. Box. Grab some rockets. Grab the rocket. That's my sword. Alright, everything's going wrong. Oh, that's the wrong button. Yeah, it's a lot harder to see anything with fog. So that's one of the reasons I've been using shaders. So I don't have distance fog in the nether. It's like, this area is nice, I like it, but it's dark. And I need everything to be not light level 7. I need it to be the same as right here. So I've been trying to figure that out, but nothing's been coming to mind. Alright. I'll figure something out eventually. Eventually. Knows. Guests. Awesome. Love guests. So what did I just start reading? Oh, I just started rereading not Ready Player. I did that last week. World War Z. I've never seen the film. I've thought about it, like watching it a few times. I've heard it's not very good. But the book, oh my god, the book. It's so good. Like, you know, I've consumed my fair share of zombie media. It's a classic, you know. Everyone loves zombies. They're a great world ender because they're like simple. A zombie could like it's like, okay, it's just like revived humans. It's not that far-fetched. But also, because they're not like aliens or anything, and they're pretty weak, it's pretty easy to be like, oh, I know how I'd survive the zombie apocalypse. So everyone I ever met, when I was like in elementary and middle school, we all had zombie apocalypse survival plans of varying degrees of logic. You know, mine was always use like crossbows. Still is that. Use crossbows and swords. Because you don't run out of ammo. But in World War Z, I think it's the most like realistic depiction of a zombie apocalypse. Where it's like, yeah, people were like, there's an illness. Ooh, I'm busy though. And that was kind of where everyone was at, where it's like, yeah, okay, there's this thing going around. That's cool, but like, I got shit to do on Monday. And I think that's exactly how zombie apocalypse would happen. Right? Governments would like cover it up because zombies. And then people would just be like, I don't really care. Like, it doesn't really affect me. And then they get bitten and they're like, oh, well, that did affect me. And that's kind of like the point of World War Z, is it's that, like, how different people found out about it. And, like, I love things like that. Like, there's, like, one of my favorite chapters in any book ever is from The Stand by Stephen King. I believe, I may be misremembering this, but this is what I've always called it. It was called The Second Pandemic, where it's how people, after the virus killed everyone, died. Like, just the regular ass, well, regular ass as in 98%, 99 point some percent of the world population just died. How do 16% of the people who didn't die? And, you know, some of it's like, yeah, plenty of people, like, you know, there were, like, kids who survived and then, like, died of starvation or whatever. Then some of them are, like, insane stories of, like, this kid who was wandering around crying because, I don't know, his parents died. Or, I mean, you probably should just get over it. But, he, like, fell down a well. And it's like, yeah, right now, if you fell down a well, you wouldn't have a good time, but you probably wouldn't die. Probably, like, break a leg and someone be like, oh shit, what the fuck just happened? And then be like, oh, I'll say, well, someone will come save you. And then, like, call the police. But when everyone's dead, that don't really happen. Or some dude was like a meth addict. Maybe it was heroin. And it was like, man, it's been like 4 days since I had heroin because my dealer's fucking dead. So then they broke into their dealer's house and then stole meth from them. That happened to be like almost pure, and then they died. One dude was like, damn, my whole family's dead. Guess I'll jog. So that's what he did. He jogged. That was his coping mechanism. And because he was like 50 something, maybe 60, he jogged too much and he died of a heart attack. And then this one lady, her whole story is really fucked up. Like, her mom was, I don't really remember entirely, but it was essentially like the mother and father didn't really like each other very much, and the mother instilled that in her daughter of all men just want to rape you, and that was like the whole point. Like, oh, that's the only reason they'll ever even talk to you. And so her daughter took that as full truth, like that's what she believed. And so when, you know, the virus hit and everyone died, the daughter found, and this lady was like 20 years old. Like, this wasn't like some kid doing this. She found an old like flintlock pistol that her father kept for some reason. And I mean old. This was like a 70-year-old. Like, this was, well, 70-year-old at that point. It wasn't even that old. Actually, I think the book happened in the 1970s. So maybe like 100 years old. And surprisingly, when she tried to fire it, it exploded and it killed her. And it's like Stephen King had to think up this character and then be like, okay, how are they gonna die? Ah, they're gonna blow themselves up with a flintlock pistol. Because that's a completely normal way people die. Cool book though. A little long. And it kinda like loses, I feel like it kind of loses some of the story towards the end because like everyone's died of the virus, so then it switches to this almost like, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it. It's the story towards the end of The Stand is a little weird. It's not bad, it's just, at first it's like it's a survival story of people surviving a horrible illness that'll kill you in like 3 days, if you're lucky. Well, there goes a bucket. That's the first time that's happened. Somehow, actually. That's pretty impressive. What was I talking about? Right, stand. And then towards the end, it switches to like, okay, so there's this evil guy, right? And he's evil. And this lady, she's not evil. She's the good guy. And so it's kind of like their a force of wills, as like the concept of evil fights the incarnation of good. Pretty cool though. Although they for some reason go to Boulder, Colorado. Strange town to pick, but if, like, thinking about it, if I had to go anywhere during, like, if I had to survive anywhere, I think like a mountainous town. Oh, it's more of a zombie thing though. Like, if I had to survive zombies, a mountainous town that has like a dam, that's perfect. It's not like the worst thing to keep dams running. It's not easy alone, but you could probably do it. So there's power, there's water, because, well, there's got to be a river or a lake. And if you're in the mountains, how the fuck are zombies gonna get to you? They can barely walk. That row's done. So it's just free survival, you know? No effort needs to be put in at all. Missed. Okay. Let's move on. But I mean, I feel like I say that too often. Anyway, Stand's pretty good if you can stomach the 1,000 pages. Okay, that's the unabridged version. The abridged version's only like 800 pages. But at that point, if you're reading that, if you're reading a Stephen King novel, why would you read the abridged version? You're just losing some core, you know. Just the constant ramblings of a half-crazed writer. Oh my god, so many ghasts. I really need to deal with that. I have ideas of how to deal with it. Actually, the globe lichen may not be terrible, because I think they block. Oh, actually, I don't know if they do. Carpets may just be the way to go. Well, that's why I rebuilt most of that wool farm, because I know I'll need carpets. Well, I didn't know that then. I just did it so that we had a wool farm. But now... Oh, perfect. Dodged it. Perfect. That one's already done. And he's forgotten I exist. The server lag, you know what? Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes mobs not working is great. And other times, well, other times I need them to work, and then they don't. Alright, this is the last extension I can do. I need more blocks. Project's really coming along. I mean, it's taken a while, but it's really getting there. Man, I had a to-do list today of homework. Finish it all. Feels great to to just know that I'm done with homework. And so then tonight I can play Black Ops or something. Well, actually I'd play Alan Wake. Because I need to finish that. Because it's taking up almost 100 gigabytes on my hard drive. And I don't have that kind of extra room to spare. It's taking up 80 something. But I know that I can do that, and I'm not technically putting off any homework. I am, obviously, because I'm playing video games, but I'm not I haven't it's not like I haven't done anything today. It's just that I haven't done all of my homework. I've just done exactly as much as I wanted to do today. Well, if that were true, I would have done none of it, but well, we can't have everything we want, eh? Times you just gotta do what you gotta do. And in my case today, it was homework I've been putting off. Okay, there was technically one other thing I thought I should do. You know, at some point I have a limit. I don't think I reached it. I just didn't want to keep doing it. It's all the shulker boxes. All right. Oh, did anyone see the Elden Ring DLC trailer? Looks like it's gonna be so fucking awesome. That I am looking forward to. I know it comes out in 4 months, but you know what? I think it's gonna be great. Also, it's more Elden Ring content. That's always a good thing. Never have too much Elden Ring. Unless you don't like Souls-likes. I actually debated with some dude over the quality of Elden Ring in some Twitch chat. Because he was like, you know what, Elden Ring was ass anyway. And I kind of was like, I mean, and I asked him why. I was very polite. I was making sure I was keeping my... You know, I was making sure to hold my temper. I didn't really have one, but you know, sometimes you just have that game you really want to defend. And I feel like most of their arguments were completely unreasonable. Their main argument was, well, I don't like Souls-likes. And I'm like, yeah, a lot of people don't. They're you know, they're a tough genre to get into, but you can still look at Elden Ring and be like, yeah, I can see the quality in this product, and they just didn't care. And I know that's average for arguments online. The whole, yeah, I don't really care actually. I'm just gonna completely ignore entire parts of this subject so my arguments still fit. I know that's just how it is. But you know, when it's something you like, it's tough to see people use those arguments because you're like, but you're missing the part of the whole point. Yeah, I understand that Souls-likes really aren't for everybody. They're not even my favorite. I do enjoy them. You know, it's in moderation. A Souls-like every couple of years, and I'm good. But just the ability to be like, nope, I don't like the game. Game's just bad. Then there's a source block right there. There, and there. Eat. Thank you. Should probably get a mouse. That's expensive, and I do not have. I do not just have reams of disposable money right now. Well, technically I do, but I'm trying to be financially responsible. Which is why I haven't already pre-ordered the Elden Ring DLC. Being financially responsible. Although I did very heavily consider it for multiple minutes. Because it's one of those things I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play it almost no matter what. Like, unless somehow huge amounts of like terrible things come out about FromSoft, I'm probably gonna play it. Even then, I might still play it because, well, sometimes a good experience is worth it. A lot of the time, it's not, though. I should really stop being so picky about where I get lava from. I'm just trying to like systematically empty the whole thing. It's really cutting into the amount of time. Well, not even cutting into. It's like multiplying the amount of time this whole thing takes. And I'm kind of sad that my cell shaders didn't work. It's kind of annoying. You know, on download, it's like, oh, this works in 120. It's like, well, clearly not. It's like and the thing is, I was looking at the folder, and that pack of shaders, the first time I ever saw it was I was watching through the Yogscast play Moon Quest, which is one of their old modded, vaguely roleplay series from like, God, that series is like 10 years old or something. And that was the first time I'd ever seen it, and it's still just the same shader pack. Like, I mean, it's been changed slightly to, you know, function on modern versions, but it's like, man, the fact that this probably the same small group of people has been updating this shader pack since like probably like 2013. Hey, that's crazy. That's just so much dedication. I just can't. Then again, if I were like making a shader pack and I really liked the shaders, I'd keep them updated, just that I could use them. Not even because other people use them. It's like, no, I want them. I want the cool shaders. And that's the only kind of shader I think I'll ever use, is like the quirky ones. Because I don't really care. I really like how Minecraft looks. I've never been one of those people who's like, oh, I need my games to look completely realistic. Obviously, because I'm making Minecraft look worse because it's funny. I actually don't know how this looks on stream. Let me check. Yeah, it looks about the same. But then maybe it would look just slightly different. Oh well. Anyway, it looks amazing on like a smaller screen. Like when I'm looking at like my OBS, it looks amazing. When I'm looking at my screen, it's a little rougher. never know with Twitch pressing things. I've been tempted to also stream on YouTube, but I'm not entirely sure how to multi-stream without using like some like third-party service, and I don't really feel like doing that. I don't really care that much. Like, I know that if I want to grow my streaming career, restreaming on YouTube is easily one of the best ways to do it. I don't know. I don't really care. Like, yeah, it would be nice, but I don't care that much. Needs algorithm optimization when I can just not put in that much effort and probably get the same outcome. That's a crazy thing about content creation of any kind, is it's like, yeah, you could put in all this effort to make every thumbnail and title Mr. Beast worthy, or you could not and have probably similar actual chances of reaching the same outcome. And yet people, like, having watched a few interviews of Mr. Beast over the years, because I find them fascinating. Not even just like the content creation part, but just like how much goes into every Mr. Beast video. And the fact that his mother is his accountant. And so, like, you have to, like, imagine Mr. Beast being like, hey, I need, like, 6 helicopters. And then his mom has to be like, yep, alright, we'll find the money for it. I just think that's hilarious. But in it, he kind of, in most of his interviews, he talks about, like, why he's so famous. Like, you know, what got him to that point. And then he mentioned in a later interview that it's like, that people were, like, taking what he said and doing it, obviously. But he's like, but they're like, missing the point. Like, yeah, I do that, but it's not the main reason I'm popular. But, you know, people just want a get-rich-quick scheme, and content creation is one of those. Kind of. Well, it's like any get-rich-quick scheme. For some people, it will work. You just have to be talented and lucky and interesting. And 99% of people are none of those things. Okay, well, usually they're like, one of the YouTubers I've been watching a lot, the Russian Badger. Like, I don't know, I've watched a few of his videos in the past, but I really appreciate the animation he does. Like, it's just, all of it's so high quality. I know a lot of it's mocapped, but doesn't really change anything. It's just, it looks really good, it adds so much to every video. Like, that's the kind of shit I'm looking for, you know? That, or, I watched Soviet Womble for a while, and I also, kind of a weird two people to bring it back to back, but, you know, whatever. And having done editing in After Effects before, the editing he does takes so long. Like, getting text to move across the screen in the way he does it is a massive pain in the ass. It doesn't seem like it should be, right? Because you're just animating text. But it takes so long to animate text. Like, well, it doesn't take that long, but when you're doing it in any amount, it takes forever. Like, it may only take you, like, 5 minutes, maybe 3, maybe even less if you're proficient, to do, you know, one piece of text following something. Maybe even less if you're, well, okay, rendering time exists. Because if you're doing, like, point tracking, then the computer's got to be like, all right, I have to actually track this point, and that takes a little bit. But even if you're doing that, it takes like 60 seconds to a minute to make one thing go across the screen. And sometimes in his videos, he'll have like 30 or 40 things in a 5-second frame, or 5-second time frame that goes across the screen following something. Like, you know, someone will be like shooting bullets, and every single one, there's probably quite a few missing, says pew, and they all fire in the right direction. And it's like, that probably took so long. Like, that, like, 10-second bit probably took, like, 3 hours to do. So I really appreciate high-quality video editing. Because having done a lot of low-quality video editing, it takes a lot of time. It wasn't even really video editing, it was mostly just special effects creation. But, to be honest, those are very similar. Like, in modern videos, a lot of special effects are created. Because anything that isn't just in the raw footage is technically a special effect. So, any extra text, any movement that isn't supposed to be there, any of that, that's all special effects. We think of special effects as, like, you know, big explosions and stuff, and there is a lot of that. Well, in certain fields, there's a lot of that. But mostly it's like, it's text, it's light animation work. And it just takes time. Even if it's pretty low effort stuff, it just takes time. Actually, there's one thing I wanted to try. Does the bundle exist in this game? Is that a feature that they scrapped? Like, I can never remember if it's supposed to exist or not. I'm not actually looking it up. Minecraft bundle. Oh god. Oh wait. Minecraft has a different wiki now. There it is. I went to the fandom wiki. It is experimental? Seriously? Still? Fucking A. Jeez, you need rabbit hide? Ugh. Oh man, but that'd be so helpful for what I'm doing right now. My god, they're still experimental. They were announced for like 1.17. How are they still experimental? I guess I watch too much Hermitcraft. They have custom data packs that add shit like that. Actually, I know I watch too much Hermitcraft. It's a problem. It's a problem I'm not gonna try and solve, but it's a problem. Man, I really like not having distance fog. You don't understand. For literally probably like 100 hours, this is the most I've been able to see. So being able to like use either of these and see all of it, oh my god. You don't understand how nice it is to be able to use this and be able to fully see my house up on the hill. It's amazing. Like, it gives me the ability to be like, oh, this looks a little warping effect. I get to sit here and be like, oh, cool, I kind of know how this area will look now. Because before, it looks like this, and it's like, oh, okay. But with the shaders, I can like look down and be like, this is what I can see from my house. It's awesome. If only I had those cell shader packs. Uh... Let's see. Because I really like cell shading. But, oh my god. Oh wow, this is the original post for this shader pack. From March 9th, 2013. Jesus. That was 11 years ago, and he's still making this shit. What a champion. What a champion. Wait, does it still work somehow? This still works on modern versions despite the last update being in 2013? That's crazy. That is some, that is a well-made shader pack right there. Yeah, this is the same font. It doesn't look like it works on full modern versions, but... Definitely, it's definitely shady. What's the button? Yeah. Definitely does not work. I mean, it seems like it should be working. Nope. Nope, still doesn't work. Well, maybe it's because I'm not actually really using Optifine. I'm using, like, Sodium. Or Iris. Ah, well. Oh, come on. Guests. So one problem about being up in my house, because I'm, like, in the air, different things are loaded, so there's a lot of guests. Dodge. Even though I'm not really doing any of that, I tank most of those hits actually. I don't think I have anything left to do in the overworld. I'm kind of just delaying placing more lava because I've been doing that for too long. And I have been thinking about my house, and I don't know. I have to figure that out. Oh man. Somehow there's more distance fog in the overworld than there is in the nether. That's crazy. I wonder if I can change that actually. Color depth, depth fog. I guess I can like turn that up some. Yeah, it'd be nice if I knew what some of these settings did. I'll play with them. Yeah, having that fog a little further back would probably be nice. That was... I'll just turn that out of the way. That didn't really seem to change anything. Okay, well that's just... Oh. Okay. That's like... That fucks with my head. That needs to be a little lower. to be like half. There we go. I think that's a good balance. Because like the textures are still kind of weird, but I think it's a little easier to look at. More noticeably 3D. Okay. What do I have to do here? Nothing really. Kind of out of things I want to do. Tie spot. Well, I've got plenty of things I need to do. I think because I'm out of things I want to do, it will swiftly stop being interesting to watch if it hasn't already. So I'm gonna cut this stream here. Technically a little early, but it's still almost been 2 hours. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, follow. Didn't, don't. Just Discord, link below. That's actually really it. That's kind of the only thing. I'll probably stream Friday? Friday, maybe. Sunday, probably. We'll see. Might finally switch it up from Minecraft. Maybe I'll try and beat Pantheon 5 and Hollow Knight again. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll see you then. Goodbye.